Chapter 2 Operating System Windows 98 and Windows 7.1. Introduction. Windows is an operating system designed by Microsoft. The operating system is what allows you to use a computer. Windows comes preloaded in most new personal computers, PCs, which helps to make it the most popular operating system in the world. Windows makes it possible to complete all types of everyday tasks on your computer. For example, you can use Windows to browse the internet, check your email, edit digital photos, listen to music, play games, and do much more. Generation in computer terminology is a change in technology a computer was being used. Initially, the generation term was used to distinguish between varying hardware technologies. Nowadays, generation includes both hardware and software, which together make up an entire computer system. There are 5 computer generations known till date. Each generation has been discussed in detail along with their time period and characteristics. 2. Windows 98. Windows 98 is a new operating system designed to combine the best features of the Microsoft Disk Operating System, MS-DOS, and the point-and-click ease of Windows. Windows 98 allows you to run many programs at the same time, called multitasking. Windows 98 will also guide you through difficult tasks, such as installing a printer or new hardware. Find a file either by the date or by a word contained in the document. Keep other programs running while you print a document. Let you put long file names on files instead of the 8 characters plus a character extension, i.e. Fall 2002 report.doc, using all Microsoft products. Features. Windows 98 1. Improved performance and reliability. Microsoft looked at the areas in Windows 95 that kept users waiting, such as application launching, internet access, graphics viewing, peaks. Down. Windows 98 also provides users with an average of 28% more disk space when using the FAT32 file system, which is unavailable to users of the original version of Windows 95. 3. 2. Simplified navigation, help, and internet access. Windows 98 improves those areas that typically cause problems for users, such as navigating and locating information, finding help when there is a problem, and accessing the internet. Windows 98 makes use of Internet Explorer technologies to optionally unify and simplify the desktop, making it quick and easy for users to navigate information, whether it resides on their PC or the internet. 3. New PC hardware and entertainment capabilities. Windows 98 users in a new era of hardware and game/multimedia functionality. 4. Hardware requirement to install Windows 98, 0486DX 66 MHz or better processor, Pentium recommended, 16 MB, MB, of memory, 24 MB recommended, 120 MB minimum of free hard disk space. Note that typical installation requires approximately 195 MB of free hard disk space, but may range between 120 MB to 295 MB, depending. How to install Windows 98. 1. Use a Win98 startup disk, with seed support, to boot our computer. 2. Insert our Win98 seed into the CD-ROM drive. 3. At a prompt type x /win98 /setup.xurxigr CD-ROM drive. 4. Proceed with the install. When prompted for the installation, you'll see c/Windows.000. Choose other directory and change these to the drive a wish to install 98 to and name the folder Windows, or some Ethingel sci-fi prefer. 5. Complete Win98 install. Allow the computer to boot into Win98. 5. Repairing the Windows XP bootloader. Create a Win98 startup disk. Create a notepad file with the following entries, exactly as shown. L10201NC:\boot cct.dos rbx0rcx200wq. Save the file to the Win98 startup disk as read.scr. Boot the computer with the Win98 startup disk and at the A prompt type 6. Windows XP. Windows XP is an operating system that lets you use different types of applications or software. For example, It allows you to use a word processing application to write a letter and a spreadsheet application to track your financial information. Windows XP is a graphical user interface, GUI. It has pictures, graphical, that you use, user, to communicate, interface, with the computer. This type of system is popular because it's logical, fun, and easy to use. This operating system has multitasking capabilities, meaning it can run several applications at the same time. Multitasking allows you to view this lesson on the internet at the same time you practice using other applications with Windows XP. Featuresoft Windows Graphics. With the introduction of Windows XP, the C++-based software-only GDI Plus subsystem was introduced to replace certain GDI functions. Start menu. Taskbar. Windows Explorer. Windows Picture and Fax Viewer. Customization and usability improvements. Text Services Framework. 7. 8. How to install Windows XP. Step 1. Insert your Windows XP bootable disk. Step 2. How to boot from a CD. On most home computers, you will want to shut down your station. After the station is off, you can restart it. While the station is restarting, begin pressing the F12 key over and over again. This will take you to the boot options menu. Step 3. Beginning process. Step 4. Licensing agreement and begin setup. Step 5. Deleting the current partition. Step 6. Beginning the install. Step 7. Choosing the type of installation. Step 8. Allowing Windows XP to install. Step 9. Choosing your keyboard layout, organization, and computer name. Step 10. Choosing your time zone. Step 11. Waiting for installation to continue. Step 12. Display settings. Step 13. Protecting your computer and giving it a user. Step 14. Finishing the installation. The minimum hardware requirements for Windows XP Edition are Pentium 233 MHz, processor a faster, 300 MHz recommended, 8 least 64 MB, MB, of RAM, 128 MB recommended, 8 least 1.5 GB, GB, of available space on the hard disk CD-ROM or DROM drive video adapter and monitor with Super VGA, 800x600, or higher resolution. 9. Windows 7 is an operating system that Microsoft has produced for us on personal computers. It is the follow-up to the Windows Vista operating system which was released in 2006. An operating system allows your computer to manage software and perform essential tasks. It is also graphical user interface, GUI, that allows you to visually interact with our computer's functions in a logical, fun and easy way. Interact with our computer's functions in a logical, fun and easy way. Both the first screen appear after you turn on the power of computer as a desktop. 10. Characteristics of Windows 7. The primary features of Windows 7 are Start menu. The Start menu provides the primary access point for programs and applications on our ThinkPad. Taskbar and notification area. The taskbar contains three main components: the start button, the task/quick launch bar, and system notification area. Windows snipping. Windows 7 includes an application to capture, save and share snipped images from your desktop. Displaying to external monitor. A projector. The ThinkPad is equipped with only or more external display connectors so that you may connect to an external monitor or the multimedia projector. Using local area networks, LAN/Wi-Fi. The ThinkPad is configured to access both wired and wireless network resources. Windows Explorer favorites. File system favorites are quick links to specific directories, folders, located in your hard drive. Windows Explorer libraries. Libraries are an easy way to collect and track documents in our computer that are related to another but are not necessarily located in some directories, folders. 11. Additional things you can do in Windows 7 device stage. When you plug a device into your computer such as a camera, mobile phone, or flash drive, a window will open up with a menu of popular tasks, status information, and options for your device. Windows Live Essentials. Windows Live Essentials is free software that enhances the Windows 7 experience. It replaces Windows Mail and allows you to email, instant message, edit photos, and blog. Home Group allows you to connect two or more PCs on a home network to easily share and access files and printers. Windows Touch. You can use Windows Touch with a touch screen PC to browse and flick through the screen using your fingers with multi-touch technology. Remote media streaming. With remote media streaming, you can access your music, pictures, and videos stored on your home PC remotely using the internet. 12. Advantage of Windows 7 1. Stability. Windows 7 Isonoswakis considereto highly stable. Veral you may experience a stability issues with Windows 7. Even some organizations do not prefer to upgrade Ethirosola Libby Koshoft stability. This is the best choice for companies and organizations which require support work. Similarly put forth isos also improve its auditors that need to long to me to start their system. 2. Visually attractive. The simple interface of Windows 7 makes it easier to start this hate buttons and overall appearance of Windows 7 makes these OCs to understand. In addition to that you can customize our own themes in Windows 7 to make it more attractive. If I need you can download some themes and background images from the internet. 3. Software compatibility. Software compatibility in Thesos is very high. Almost all third-party softwares wiki-often on the internet is compatible with Thesos. And also installation of these softwares is free that can be carried out by users even with basic computer knowledge. 13. For multimedia support. Earlier versions of Windows faced some compatibility issues which failed to play some video formats. So users are left with no other option but to use a third-party multimedia player. Whatever the multimedia you choose to play, it is compatible on Windows 7. The default video player in Windows 7 comes with complete codec which is able to support different multimedia formats. 5. Battery efficiency. Windows 7 has been designed in such a way that it does not drain much battery. This is due to the fact that it is power efficient when dealing with RAM, CPU, hard disk, and memory space. Moreover, your Windows 7 system automatically goes to battery saving mode whenever it detects your computer is low in power. 14. How to install Windows 7. 1. Insert the Windows 7 Professional DVD into your DVD drive, and restart your computer. 2. Boot up from the Windows 7 DVD. This is accomplished in various ways. 3. On the Install Windows screen, follow any instructions that are displayed, click Next, and then click Install. 4. On the Please read the license terms screen, read the license terms, check the box next to I accept the license terms, and click Next. 5. On the Which type of installation do you want screen, click Custom, Advanced. Note: selecting Upgrade will most likely lead to system corruption. 6. On the Where do you want to install Windows page, select the appropriate location and click Next. The installer may warn you that all information contained on the hard drive will be erased. If you have not yet backed up your data, stop the installation now, and back up your data. Once you have backed up your data, feel free to proceed. 15. 7. Your computer may restart a few times. Do not attempt to shut down your machine during installation. Installation can take a very long time, depending on your computer's hardware. 8. Once installation has completed, finish the setup of your computer by filling in any information requested. Many of these options will be based on your personal preferences. At some point, you will be asked to type your Windows product key. Please enter the key you obtained from the IST software download page. 9. Once Windows 7 setup is completed, you may be asked to activate. Connect your PC to the internet, and follow the on-screen instructions. If you want to run Windows 7 on your PC, here's what it takes: 1 GHz, GHz, or faster 32-bit, x86, or 64-bit, x64, processor * 1 GB, RAM, 32-bit, or 2 GB RAM, 64-bit, 16 GB available hard disk space, 32-bit, or 20 GB, 64-bit, DirectX 9 graphics device with WDDM 1.0 or higher driver 16. Windows 8 features of Windows 8 1. Speedy boot time. The load and boot up speed has improved significantly over Windows predecessors. The Syspart lijuito thebita resource locations toplications and the system. When compared to Windows 7 desktop CPU. Windows 8 has an even speedier boot time. Windows 8 employs a technique of hibernating the system kernel, think of it as your OS resource manager, when I shut down. Such that it becomes almost like a partial hibernation each time. When IO your boot easy stem the memory of IO your previous session jets reinitialize it quicker. 2. Innovative and dynamic desktop Fetels based interface or the Metro UI will bit first thinges upon logging into Windows 8. At first glance, the UI seems to go intuitively with touchscreen devices like tablets and smartphones. Indeed, in such devices, those apps them. The grid layout seems to facilitate such interactions. Needless to say, you can customize your grid by adding and 17 arranging applications. 3. Improved search function. 8 has no search box at the bottom of the start menu. Heck, it doesn't even have the trademark start menu. That doesn't mean that there's no convenient search function available. All you need to do is to type anything, and a search box will appear from the right and give you the results. The search capability is even stronger this time, displaying all the matching apps and files instantaneously. For Windows to go of the entire list here, this is one feature that offers the most convenience to users. Windows to Go allows users to make a copy of their OS complete with their settings, wallpapers, files, and even apps, into a USB thumb drive. Plugged it into another computer with Windows 8 already installed, and you can boot up the PC and make it look exactly alike the OS you normally use, with all settings intact. 18. 5. Windows Live Syncing. Similar to Windows to Go, the new Windows 8 will provide Windows Live Syncing, such that users can log in on any Windows 8 PC with Live ID and get back their own personalized settings in it. The desktop will look the same every time the user log in on a PC with their Windows Live account. Migrating to a new PC is probably made easier when the user has all the essential settings synced. Well, Windows to Go seem to serve more as a control device for IT administrators to distribute to employees, with exact duplicates of Windows 8 with the same settings, wallpapers, apps, etc. on thumb drives, while Windows Live Syncing is more to allowing users to keep the basic settings and data available even if they're away from their primary PC. We can only anticipate how the former and latter will truly be like until they are unveiled by Microsoft in due course. Advantage Soft Windows 8.1. Speed. The boot time of Windows 8 is also improved. Compared to its predecessors, it almost takes half the time to boot the OS. On average, it only takes up to 17 seconds. Even to shut down and hibernate, it does not take much time. When using this operating system, you can actually experience this higher speeds. 19. 2. Security. Microsoft has really worked on improving the security in Windows 8. Apart from PIN, Windows 8 introduced a new type of authentication method called Picture Password. In this you can choose an image and save 3 different gestures. These gestures can be saved as the password. And to make sure that your system is free from viruses, Microsoft introduced an improved version of Windows Defender. This security system alone is capable of protecting from most types of threats. 3. Web browser. Windows 8 comes with latest version of Internet Explorer known as Internet Explorer 10. The browser works really quicker compared to its previous version. And also, latest new features are included to enhance user experience. There are 2 types of web browsers available for Windows 8. Either the browser can be accessed through the desktop screen or from the Metro app. The 2 browsers differs according to the functionality. For Stores app. Similar to Play Store for Android, Windows 8 is also incorporated with its own Stores app. Various apps ranging from social media, browsers, games, and music/video players can be downloaded from the store. The good news is that most of these apps are free to download and 100% assured to be compatible with the OS. 20. 5. User interface. Earlier versions of Windows were using a design known as Aero. Along with Aero, Windows 8 started using the new Metro, also called Modern UI, Interface. Metro is a new tile-based design. This design was developed keeping touchscreen interface in mind, so as to improve the touch input when used in devices such as smartphones, tablets, and touchscreen monitors. Even Windows 8 provides the ability to customize by allowing you to rearrange the applications. The hardware recommendations for the Windows 8 operating system upgrade include 1 GHz or faster processor, 1 GB RAM, for 32-bit, or 2 GB RAM, for 64-bit, 16 GB available hard disk space, for 32-bit, or 20 GB, for 64-bit, DirectX 9 graphics device with WDDM 1.0 or higher driver steps to install Windows 8. Step 1. Place Windows 8 DVD in your DVD-ROM drive and start your PC. Windows 8 will start to boot up and you will get the following screen with the rotating progress bar. 21. Step 2. The next screen allows auto C to be our language time and currency format keyboard or input method. Choose our required settings and click next to continue. Step 3. The next screen allows auto install or repair Windows 8. Since we're doing Gakayan install, we'll click and install now. Step 4. Visa to process starts. Step 5. At this stage you need to type our product K at that camu with our copy of Windows 8. Click next and see wave to read the product K correctly. Step 6. Read the listen set terms and tick I kept license set terms. Then click next to continue. Step 7. Shows the type of installation you want. Since Wardo and Gakayan install you need to click in custom. Step 8. Shows where you would like to install Windows 8. If you have on hard drive you will jitan options emalarto the image below. You can click next to continue. Then go step 12. If you have marathon on drive or partition then you need to select the appropriate drive and click next. At this stage you can go to step 12. If I want to partition a large drive then do not click next. Go to step 9. Step 9. If I want to partition an existing drive then click new. Choose set size of the partition and click apply. Step 10. Click OK to create partition. Windows will create additional system partition you don't have to worry about. 22. Windows 10. Windows 10 is a Microsoft operating system for personal computers, tablets, embedded devices, and Internet of Things devices. Microsoft released Windows 10 in July 2015 as a follow-up to Windows 8. Windows 10 has an official end of support date of October 2025, with Windows 11 as its successor. Organizations and users can pick and choose how they will patch and update Windows 10. IT or users can access a Windows 10 upgrade through the Windows Update Assistant to manually begin an upgrade or wait for Windows Update to offer an upgrade when it is set to run. Windows 10 features built-in capabilities that allow corporate IT departments to use mobile device management, MDM, software to secure and control devices running the operating system. In addition, organizations can use traditional desktop management software such as Microsoft System Center Configuration Manager. 23. Advantage of Windows 10. 1. Speed on default. Windows 10 is designed in a way that is faster than its previous versions. The boot time and shutdown time is much lesser compared to Windows 8 and other versions. The process of booting is made faster by disabling unnecessary startup processes and by eliminating bloatware. 2. Security. Microsoft makes sure that Windows 10 is safer in all the ways. The authentication methods are much improved than before. Third parties cannot easily crack a password. Even other authentication methods like face recognition and fingerprint scanning is made tighter. Encryption type of protection is also present in Windows 10. Windows 10 uses a BitLocker encryption program to encrypt whatever the file the PC identifies as malicious. And similar to previous versions, Windows 10 is also incorporated with the Windows Defender antivirus protection, which ensures that your PC is even more secure, so cybercriminals cannot easily infect a virus. 24. 3. Web browser. Microsoft introduced a new web browser with Windows 10 called Microsoft Edge, which came as an alternative to Windows Explorer. The new Edge browser includes many features which makes it one of the finest browsers ever developed. The browser has well improved in terms of page layout, extensions, and privacy. Additionally, Cortana Voice Assistant is also incorporated inside the browser to allow users to search using the voice command. For gaming, Microsoft Windows 10 is equipped with DirectX 12, which promises to enhance gaming experience. Gamers using DirectX 12 has experienced significant improvements in gaming. Most games are able to achieve higher frame rates. So whatever the gaming title you choose to play, you can assure that it will run smoothly in the operating system, but only under the condition of having a powerful graphics card. 5. Switching apps. Switching apps in Windows 10 is made easier using a feature known as Task View. Although this feature is present on the previous version, still this is something new in Windows 10. Users will be able to switch between different tasks by pressing Alt plus Tab key. There is one more thing that can be done: you can add another task to the desktop. 25. 4. Use your installation media. Insert your installation media into your device and then access the computer's BIOS or UEFI. These are the systems that allow you to control your computer's core hardware. The process of accessing these systems is unique to each device, but the manufacturer's website should be able to give you a helping hand here. Generally, you'll need to press the F2, F12, or delete keys as your computer boots up. 5. Change your computer's boot order. Once you have access to your computer's BIOS/UEFI, you'll need to locate the settings for boot order. You need the Windows 10 installation tool to be higher up on the list than the device's current boot drive. This is the SSD or HDD that your existing OS is stored on. You should move the drive with the installer files to the very top of the boot order menu. Now, when you restart your device, the Windows 10 installer should load up first. 6. Restart your device. Save your settings in the BIOS/UEFI and reboot your device. 7. Complete the installation. Your device should now load up the Windows 10 installation tool on restart. This will guide you through the rest of the installation process. 26. How to install Windows 10, full installation. 1. Check your device meets the Windows 10 system requirements. Below you'll find the minimum specs needed to run Windows 10, so check your device is capable. CPU 1 GHz or faster, processor RAM 1 GB for Windows 10 32-bit or 2 GB for Windows 10 64-bit, storage 32 GB of space or more, GPU DirectX 9 compatible or later with WDDM 1.0, driver display 800x600 resolution or higher. 2. Create USB installation media. Visit Microsoft's Windows 10 download page, opens in new tab, and select Download Tool now under the Create Windows 10 Installation Media section. Transfer the downloaded installer tool to a USB drive. 3. Run the installer tool. Open the installer tool by clicking on it. Accept Microsoft's terms, and then select Create Installation Media for another PC on the What Do You Want to Do page. After selecting which language you want Windows 10 to run in, and which edition you want as well, 32-bit or 62-bit, you'll be asked what type of media you want to use. Installing from a USB drive is definitely the preferred option, but you can also install from a CD or ISO file. Once you choose your device, the installer tool will download the required files and put them onto your drive. 27. Windows 11 features off. Windows 11 has a new look. Windows 11 widgets. Windows 11 snap layouts. Updated default apps in Windows 11. A redesigned settings app. Multiple desktops in Windows 11. Teams is integral in Windows 11. Windows 11 tablet mode and docking benefits of Windows 11. 1. Graphical changes are the major advantages of Windows 11. The theme set is all new and different in Windows 11, including the start button and start up sound. There will be a huge improvement in user interface which surprisingly adapts to the user screen automatically. 28. To enhanced task view. A multi-window task pane will be a boost to the advantages of Windows 11 to users, as they will be able to switch between window panes easily. The multitasking feature of Windows 11 will make it easier for users to organize windows in different sizes. Windows 11 will remember your chosen settings, so you can switch to custom view instantly and never have to realign the active windows. 3. Tablet mode. Windows 10 received negative feedback because of its poor tablet mode. Windows 11 will bring more intuitive tablet mode. In addition, users will be able to interact with the screen through voice typing, touch screen, custom keyboard settings, and digital pen. This new feature will only be compatible with convertible devices. The operating system will also come integrated with Microsoft Store, Android application support, Amazon App Store. For instant search and gaming in Windows 10, you had to use the Type Here section to search for a particular app or settings. On the other hand, the instant search will enable users to see the result as they type their query, thus provides the result from which the best option can be selected. 29. Steps to install Windows 11. Step 1. Visit Microsoft's Windows 11 download website. Look at the top for the Windows 11 Installation Assistant option and click the blue Download Now button. Step 2. Wait for the tool to download. When complete, launch it. Click Yes when prompted. Step 3. In the pop-up box, you'll have to choose Accept and Install. From here on out, it will be a 3-step process. Wait for Windows 11 to download as part of the first step. It could take a while depending on your connection speed. You might be prompted to agree to the Microsoft Terms and Service. Step 4. In the second step, Windows 11 will verify the integrity of your download. It should take a few seconds. Step 5. In the third step, you'll get a prompt about Windows 11 installing in the background. Let it install and wait it out. Depending on the speed of your PC, it could take a while, usually 30 minutes, tops. Step 6. Once the third phase is finished, click their Start Now button. You'll be prompted that you are about to be signed out. Wait while your PC restarts and installs Windows 11. It could take up to 30 minutes or an hour based on the speed and age of your PC and your CPU. Step 7. While Windows 11 is installing, you'll see working on updates on your screen. A percentage will indicate the progress. Your PC will restart a few times, so be patient. Once complete, you'll be taken to the sign-in page, and then the Windows 11 desktop. 30. Hardware requirements to install or upgrade to Windows 11. Devices must meet the following minimum hardware requirements: processor, 1 GHz, GHz, or faster with 2 or more cores on a compatible 64-bit processor or system on a chip, SoC. RAM, 4 GB, GB, or greater. Storage, 64 GB * or greater. Available storage is required to install Windows. Extra storage space might be required to download updates and enable specific features. Graphics card, compatible with DirectX 12 or later, with a WDDM 2.0 driver. System firmware, UEFI, secure boot capable. TPM, Trusted Platform Module, TPM, version 2.0. Display, high definition, 720p, display, 9 or greater monitor, 8 bits per color channel. 31. Generation of computer. First generation computers, 1940 to 1956. The first computers used vacuum tubes for circuitry and magnetic drums for memory. They were often enormous and taking up entire room. First generation computers relied on machine language. They were very expensive to operate and, in addition to using a great deal of electricity, generated a lot of heat, which was often the cause of malfunctions. The UNIVAC and ENIAC computers are examples of first-generation computing devices. Advantages: it was only electronic device. First device to hold memory. Disadvantages: too bulky. Large in size. Vacuum tubes burn frequently. They were producing heat. 32. Second generation computers, 1956 to 1963, transistors replaced vacuum tubes and ushered in the second generation of computers. Second generation computers moved from cryptic binary machine language to symbolic. High-level programming languages were also being developed at this time, such as early versions of COBOL and Fortran. These were also the first computers that stored their instructions in their memory. Advantages: Size reduced considerably. The very fast, very much reliable. Disadvantages: the overheated quickly. Maintenance problems. 33. Third generation computers, 1964 to 1971. The development of the integrated circuit was the hallmark of the third generation of computers. Transistors were miniaturized and placed on silicon chips, called semiconductors. Instead of punched cards and printouts, users interacted with third-generation computers through keyboards and monitors and interfaced with an operating system. Allowed the device to run many different applications at one time. Advantages: ICs are very small in size. Improved performance. Production cost cheap. Disadvantages: ICs are sophisticated. 34. Fourth generation computers, 1971 present. The microprocessor brought the fourth generation of computers, as thousands of integrated circuits were built onto a single silicon chip. The Intel 4004 chip, developed in 1971, located all the components of the computer. From the central processing unit and memory to input/output controls on a single chip. Fourth generation computers also saw the development of GUIs, the mouse, and handheld devices. Advantages of fourth generation of computer: they were developed for totally general purpose use, general purpose computers. Smaller in size and much more reliable than other generations of computers. The heat generation was negligible. No cooling system is required in many cases of the fourth generation computer. Portable and cheaper than the older versions. Fourth generation computers were much faster than the older generations. 35. Disadvantages of the fourth generation of computer: very advanced technology was required to fabricate the ICs, integrated circuits. A high quality and reliable system or technology can only make the ICs. Cooler is required. Fan. The latest technology is required for the manufacturing of microprocessors. Fifth generation computers, present and beyond. Fifth generation computing devices, based on artificial intelligence, are still in development, though there are some applications, such as voice recognition. The use of parallel processing and superconductors is helping to make artificial intelligence a reality. The goal of fifth generation computing is to develop devices that respond to natural language input and are capable of learning and self-organization. 36. Advantages of fifth generation computer: the fifth generation computers will use super large scale integrated chips. They will have artificial intelligence. They will be able to recognize images and graphs. Fifth generation computer aims to be able to solve highly complex problem including decision making, logical reasoning. They will be able to use more than one CPU for faster processing speed. Fifth generation computers are intended to work with natural language. These computers are much faster than other generation computers. It is easier to repair these computers. These computers are much smaller in size than other generation computers. They are portable and easy to handle. Development of true artificial intelligence. Advancement in superconductor technology. Disadvantages of fifth generation of computer: they tend to be sophisticated and complex tools. They can give more power to companies to watch what you are doing. 37.